Hello, very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the Sakhir Grand Prix as Sergio Perez claims his first win, Esteban Ocon finishes second, and Lance Stroll rounds out the podium. Unbelievable race, but heartbreak for George Russell. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their weekend, and it was a fantastic race around the short circuit at Sakhir. Fittipaldi, I will give him 9. Now obviously Fittipaldi, Aitken and Russell I probably will give a higher mark to because their first time, and especially Fittipaldi, his first time in the Haas, I give him 9. P20 in qualifying, he knew he was going to pick up penalties and was starting last anyway. He made no mistakes. A solid debut. P17 in the race, last in quali, last in the race, but I mean it's a decent debut. He didn't make any mistakes, and he will be in the car for Abu Dhabi because Romain Grosjean announced that he can't do the race, he won't be fit. Kevin Magnussen 6. He's the team leader going into the weekend. P16 in quali. Considering last weekend, it's a great effort. Solid, no errors, and a good performance by Kevin Magnussen. He finished P15. Carlos Sainz 8. Best McLaren. He finished 8th in qualifying, 4th in the race. A really good performance. Beat Norris all weekend as well. So great job by Sainz. A solid performance. He did get a bit shafted with the VSC, but then it kind of benefited him in the end. Lando Norris 4. Now, you gotta give these marks fair. Norris had a poor weekend. He missed a lot of practice too. P15 in quali, horror show. Then he has to take penalties, so he starts like 19th. But then, to be fair, he gained 9 places at the start. He finished 10th, he got a point. It's not bad, but it wasn't great by Lando Norris. And a big hit for McLaren, with Racing Point scoring like 40 points in the Constructors. So that's going to be tense going into Abu Dhabi. Ricciardo 7. P7 in quali, beats Ocon. Solid, no mistakes, but in the race it was not great by Ricciardo. Like, he completely got outshined by Ocon. And usually in the race, Ricciardo is solid. Ocon 10. He can't out-qualify Ricciardo. P11 in quali, not great, but in the race he finishes P2. Put a great move on Lance Stroll. Big confidence boost for Esteban Ocon. He's always had talent, Ocon, but he's not really shown it that much. I mean, P2 in the race, his best ever finish. So I give him 10. Kimi 2. Horror qualifying, P19. Bruised by Giovinazzi all weekend. P14 in the race, and Giovinazzi really showed him up. Giovinazzi 7. P14 quali, really smacked Kimi Räikkönen. Smacked him all weekend really. Performing well recently, Giovinazzi. Give him his credit, and I give him 7. Now Charles Leclerc 5. Standard 5. I mean he's gone from hero to zero really. He was absolutely outstanding in qualifying. P4, puts in a fantastic lap. Literally gets out the car, says that's the best I can do. But in the race, horror show. He goes up the inside, hits Perez. 100% his fault, and he will take a 3-place grid penalty into Abu Dhabi for that contact. And I would say that's deserved, because he missed a lot of practice too as well, Leclerc, to be fair, but it was 100% his fault. Too late on the brakes, hit Perez. He takes a penalty into Abu Dhabi. Sebastian Vettel 2. Now it was a poor weekend again, struggling. P13 quali. Was it P13? Yeah, P13 quali. I think he did start 12th though, because no, Norris was 15th. No, forget I said that. P13 Vettel, struggling, few spins, another poor weekend, finished 12th in the race. And it was a chance for Vettel to get up there with the chaos in the race. Didn't really take it. Max 5. P3 in qualifying, as usual, nearly his favourite position. I thought pole position was possible. He was in an innocent party in the Perez-Leclerc incident, and he had nowhere to go. I think he thought it was tarmac, the runoff. It was a gravel trap. So yeah, standard 5 for Max. Albon 5. Now, he was horrid, like so bad in quali. He qualified P12, out-qualified by Perez, the Alphas. Max was fastest in FP2, in quali 2, and Albon got knocked out. But in the race, he got 6. If he'd have qualified where he should have done, he could have arguably won this race. And it's literally a disaster for Albon, because his nearest rival for the Red Bull seat won the race in Sergio Perez. Gasly 5. Now I've got to say I'm a bit disappointed with Gasly. He's a Bahrain specialist. He got hammered by Kvyat all weekend. Expected more as he's a Bahrain specialist. But disappointing. P11 in the race. Not good. Not good that by Gasly. Kvyat 9. Now for me he was the qualifying star with P6. Beat Gasly all weekend. Top job by Kvyat. I think Kvyat knows he's going to lose his seat to Yuki Tsunoda, but you got to give him credit. P7 in the race. Fantastic. Sergio Perez 10. Sergio Perez, a race winner. Should have won 2012 Malaysia. He wins the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix. Once again delivers in qualifying P5. He then gets taken out by Leclerc. Goes to the back. 18th. Comes through, wins the race. Of course he benefited from Mercedes' cock-up, but you got to be there to take it. It wasn't his fault, the contact, pitted after lap 1. Justice as well for last weekend, where he should have got a podium, but his engine blew up. And he's been outstanding. Outstanding this season. I think he's took driver of the season off Gasly, to be honest. He's got to be given a 2021 Red Bull seat. Has to be. I mean, if Perez goes off the grid, it's criminal. He has to get the Red Bull seat. He's in the form of his life, Sergio Perez. Lance Stroll 10. Poor qualifying, qualified P10. Another podium. He's had a bit of bad luck recently, Stroll. Again he gets a podium, P3. Drove very well. Huge points for the team. And they're battled to finish 3rd. Jack Aitken 9. Came in Williams for George Russell. George Russell went to Mercedes. Aitken comes in. Solid qualifying. Nearly beat Latifi. Probably would have done if not for a mistake in the last corner. P16 in the race. Obviously Aitken brought out the whole chaos by... He spun in the last corner. Lost his front wing. Had to pit. And the safety car came out. And that's where all the chaos came from. Latifi 5. P17 quali, nearly got beat by Aitken, retired in the race after running pretty decent. Standard 5 for the retirees. Bottas. Now, I give Bottas, bit difficult to give him a mark, 8. Paul, he got pole, fair play to him. It can only look bad on Bottas. If he gets beat by Russell, it looks terrible. If he beats Russell, he's expected to do so. He got the pole position. He delivered under pressure, great pole, but in the race he got destroyed by Russell. Again a bad start by Bottas. Russell dominated him, was quicker. Huge cock up with the tyres, and he lost all tyre grip. That mentally could affect Bottas. I've said time and time again, Russell deserves Bottas' seat, and this weekend proved it. Mercedes just take the easy option with Bottas because he'll play the number 2 and won't really push Hamilton. Imagine Lewis and Russell as teammates. Russell, wow. Let's get on to Russell. George Russell, 10 out of 10. I honestly want to give him 100. I'm not ashamed to say I was nearly in tears with what happened to Russell. Obviously with Lewis Hamilton missing, I was supporting Russell. Russell in the Mercedes, he was outstanding, outstanding. He's got to be given a Mercedes drive. He's filling in for Lewis Hamilton. Fastest in practice 1, practice 2. He nearly got pole position, 0.26. Brilliant effort. He drove like a champion in the race. He got a great start, dominated the race, completely dominated. Safety car comes out for Aitken's front wing, and it was a mess. It was a cock-up. They put tyres on. He has used 14 sets of tyres, so he will get a penalty. But the result's like irrelevant now, because we all know he should have won the race. With the cock-ups, he's probably going to end up out the points with a penalty. He probably might even get disqualified because he's used more sets of tyres than you should. But he drove his heart out, champion's drive, deserved the win, dominated the race, destroyed Valtteri Bottas. The first time he's in the Mercedes, and he rinsed Bottas in the race. He was comfortable in the lead, he didn't look flustered. And then even after the cock-up, he was back in 5th. Fought all the way back to 2nd, looking like he's going to win the race, and then he gets another puncture. Gutting. But he drove like a champion. He is a champion in the making. Time and time again I've banged the drum about George Russell. He deserves Valtteri Bottas' seat. He drove like a champion. And even in the media afterwards, he's heartbroken. He still has the time to congratulate Perez. He's fantastic with the media, fantastic in debriefs, qualifying the race. He's got it. George Russell has got it. He is a champion in the making. Just got my phone on charge. Let's see if there's any F1 news. Nope. Russell probably will pick up a penalty because you can't use that many tyres. Slam dunk penalty. But it's heartbreaking. I'm not ashamed to say I was almost in tears because it was Max of 2016. Max got his debut, he won in his first race. That's what should have happened to Russell. Qualifying reaction, race reaction, driver ratings for the Sakhir Grand Prix. In a week's time we will go to Abu Dhabi. Now we've got to wait, see what happens. I did miss Lewis Hamilton this weekend. And if Hamilton tests negative, he will be back in the Mercedes and Williams will get Russell back. Russell is a Williams driver, so if Hamilton is good to go, George will go back to Williams. But he has made Toto Wolff's decision tough now. They have to replace Bottas and Russell, surely. I know Bottas has signed up, George has signed up with Williams, but if it's not going to happen in 21, it has to happen in 22. Russell proved what a world-class driver he is, and I've been banging the drum all the time, and he proved everyone how good he is. Of course the Mercedes is the best car on the grid, but he's got to deliver, and he delivered. Perfect start, dominated the race, and then the colossal fuck up by Mercedes on both cars as well, not just Russell's. But what a great race, fantastic. We have to wait to see what happens with Lewis. If Lewis is back, he'll come back. Russell will go to Williams. If Lewis is not fit, Russell will stay in the Mercedes. Fittipaldi will stay in the Haas, and Aitken will get another chance with Williams. I really enjoyed the different circuit layout. Yeah, there we have it. Comment down below, would love to know your thoughts. That is driver ratings done for the Sakhir Grand Prix. And yeah, join me in a week's time for Abu Dhabi, the season finale. Obviously any breaking news regarding Hamilton and his COVID, I will cover it. And yeah, George Russell, he can hold his head up high. It was a champion's drive. Just, this sport can be very cruel, and it was very cruel to Russell. And we say congratulations, Sergio Perez is a Grand Prix winner, a Formula 1 race winner. Ocon with his best ever result, and Stroll gets a podium after some horrid luck recently. Thanks for watching. Adios. Adios amigos.